Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
57. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
60 Pittsburgh.
On second down, Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
Hard. Hey, Sam on.
Check three. Yes.
Go. Hit it.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
For Mexico City, first down.
We go. 50 plant.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Rock it. Ready?
On third down, here's Williams. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Tight end left. Hey. You got 3.
5.
Throwing, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. That one good for 14 yards.
70, Indy.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 47. They'll run it with Williams. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Look at me. Go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard. Off the bootleg. Jones trying to lay one up deep. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go with Williams. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They come up short here on fourth down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
I got you.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A beautiful span and room to run. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Hey, wahoo!
44, Mike, 44.
Jones now on 3rd down. They'll find Everett there, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
General West.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
This is it. 18. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the counter, here's Gordon. And the hurdle. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And he stopped immediately there. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
152 fighter.
Switch.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Watson hits his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these posts make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This is a counter play. Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now Jones. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Hey,
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Yep.
On first down, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw, Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hey, Delta.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Watson. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Now a first down throw. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Faking the give. Now Watson. Going deep here for Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Set. 18. Max 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 I can miss. I 59.
3rd and 2. Watson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Williams to return.
You ain't doing nothing today.
51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
On the ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Topper.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Williams. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
18 Gators. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Hey, high 7.
at the 35-yard line.
Now.
From the 35 on second down, Jones. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45.
Under 10. Under 10. Hey, lock it. Ready.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Hey. Go. 50 now. 50 seconds to Mike. Get it.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Back to throw. Jones. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Ready.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, orbit.
Jones going to throw again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, box drop. 49 to Mike. Get him.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, Gordon. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, Eckler. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And now past another. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And some room to work. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their time.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back now in Mexico City as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again. Continue to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, it's King. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down.
He tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. The end result, 21 yards.
Come on.
They run the counter. It's Gordon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Come on, set.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Jones going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Zoo.
Back to throw. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. There goes Melvin Gordon, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Crosby for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score, Chargers 30, Conquistadors nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 27, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jones now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Jones throwing again, escaping the pressure right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one good for 26 and a first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a first and 10 from the 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 5, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Ready, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the lock? And got his man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Set up.
They go play action here on first down. Going to throw deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Johnson, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10.
44, Mike, 44. It's going to be a long
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
You got it.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it